Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Castle Story, where I am continuing to be slightly annoyed at the corruptrons. Insensitive little buggers that they are, yes. Okay. My apologies, this is like the second time I've tried to record this one now. And the third time I tried to start recording it, so it's like... Basically, I'm just a little bit muddled at the moment. Anyway, let us continue. Let us try and do this. Let's let them keep going. I think, yeah, it may be seeming a little bit drastic, but I'm going to actually demolish these. Unfortunately, I've discovered you can't actually deconstruct and take back the sentry wards. That's not a thing, unfortunately. It really should be. No, it looks like it's a crystal. You should be able to pick it. Oh, hang on. Can you? Oi, Swiggle, come here. Why does it have the pickup icon on it? Oh! You can! Alright, so, right. I thought you had to deconstruct these things, but apparently you can just send someone out and pick them up. Interesting. Also, very useful, because in my previous attempt I actually collapsed this thing, and I had to destroy the crystals, because I thought you had to dismantle them, but no, you can just pick them up and move them. Also, where the heck are they taking those things? Oh, apparently they're using that as a shortcut. Okay, sure. And maybe I should try to fix that, I suppose. Oof. But yeah, I'm collapsing this thing, as I said, because quite simply it is not fit for purpose, because it encourages the corruptrons to just tunnel up through this part instead. So, the corruptrons, their love of just punching the ground is a major, major hassle. It really, really is. Okay, collapse that please, and I'll set up a cleanup task as well. I also need to get people just doing stuff, you know, it's like, it's alarm time, so come on, time to be alarmed. So what I'm thinking is, it'll be much safer if I build something on here, because then it can just rain down fire over there. Stuff like that. Question is, how do I want to go about that exactly? Not entirely sure. Also, I said alarm call, darn it. Go get your night kits, you idiots. Come on, come on. Mush. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, the knights just didn't want to do that for some reason. Oh well, we got corruptions coming in, so yeah, here we go. We got one more person running around without a kit. No doubt feeling very sorry for themselves. Right, okay. I do have a rather extensive comment from Razul, actually. Come on, move. Also set you guys to defensive mode and get you guys down there. Which is rather on point, actually. He covers a lot of stuff, so I think it's time to address some of that quite extensively. Oh look, they're just trying to think about how to go about... Why are they gathering around there? You corrupt... Archers were shooting into the ground half the time. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, you can't set a guard point. Like, I wish you could. Like, you could set a predefined archer point, so as soon as someone gets an archer kit, they'll look for an archer point, and they'll go to that point and go, yep, this is where... if I've got an arrow, then this is where I want to go, and just do stuff. So, you know, stuff like that. That would be another cool addition to this. Why did I just hear someone going, wow? Oh, what? Yeah, so the other thing is, when I move these guys, I have to micromanage them. Like, I have to be very careful and tell them exactly where to go. Otherwise, I'm going to have some of them hitting the ground no matter what. Which is a really, really bad thing. Oh, you come back in, please. Oh, no, you don't. Come in. Yes, fear me. So, I have to micro every single archer here. Also, I did not want to collect that. So, I have to move the archer, I have to set up every single one, and it's very fiddly, so... Having a large group of archers firing down from a height, you have to set them up every single time as well, so it's like... This could benefit so much if there was some kind of automation just to help out with it. But there isn't. This game is... I bang on about it a lot, actually, so I think it's a given, but this game is a little bit notorious about... What are you doing down here? It's a bit notorious about how it's not really got a good military control. Like, if I could just have a guard post point to have the archers stand on, that would be awesome. It'd be so much easier. But I don't, so I can't, so... I have to put up with it, unfortunately. So it's another limitation that the archers just hit the ground. Okay, next point. You're not alternating front and back row of the reinforcing wall. The problem is, Raz, this is what we keep talking about, you know? This is just as stable and just as safe as if we were alternating them back and forth. It's only a double layer wall, so it's just as safe for that. The idea is that this one will actually overhang outwards onto another piece as well. So it will get there. So it's just not there yet. It's very much a work in progress. That's why there's another wall going up in front of it. Or trying to anyway. The problem is now, of course, because they've knocked that massive hole in it, I need to do something about that. Which means I need to actually tear out part of this wall just so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Apply. No, don't apply, actually. Remove that, apply. So yeah, this thing will be overhang rigged just as soon as I get my head around doing stuff, basically. Max priority U, because we need those holes plugged, and that'll do. Okay, that'll get that fixed. Sorted. Right, fix that. But this big overhang wall is very much a work in progress kind of thing. That's why it's treble thick here, and then it'll be spreading out to overhang. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to remove these, isn't it? Oh well. I'll do that. Right. So, the wall has a plan. Trust me, I'm an expert. It's just the current outer section in there is the outer layer, the part which won't have the overhang intermixing / all that jazz. Let's see, I need a repair task down here too, actually. Max priority again. Get that all fixed up, please, because it's really important. And we've only got 5 minutes left until the next wave hits. It really does feel like there's so many extra waves coming in. It's like, oh well. Yeah, they'll get all that sorted out eventually. Little bricktrons. Right, I'm getting so distracted by this. It's like I want to do more stuff here, but at the same time, it's like I'm struggling to just to focus on it. I'm very distracted. That's not the best way to be. Let's be honest. Okay, let's apply all that, so we've got some extra storage in there as well, once those bricks are laid in. People are moving down, fix that up. Okay, right, next point. Yeah. You stopped the tunnel because too much brimstone. Maybe reactivate it. Actually no, I stopped the tunnel because it was too many things going on, and then I deleted the tunnel because I ran out of task space at the bottom of my screen. So it's like, limit number of tasks, limit size of tasks. So I kind of had to stop and reassess all my tasks. So, and that one was the one that no one was actually doing, so that's the one that I got rid of. Accept only stone, please. Thank you. There we go. Those guys accept only stone. So we've got a bit of extra stone storage on that. The storage is looking quite nice. Come on, you guys. Get that stuff laid in, please. Right. So that's why the tunnel stopped. But yeah, the quarry restarted just because I need more stone. End of the day. And I'm kind of surprised at how long I left the quarry not doing anything. Let's be honest. 3 minutes. That cleaning task is done. Get rid of that. The repair task, I'm going to have to leave that there. This build task is still in. It's not got any goals though, so delete that one too. Okay, let's actually unlatch this one then. And let them work on this, starting to lay this in. Because that's another comment, actually, that this is acting like a staircase to let them punch this section of wall more easily. It is, in a way. I've got to accept that, yeah, it is, in a way. But now we're getting started on actually laying this stuff in. Now this is the back layer of this wall, so I need to lay this in here. Unfortunately, it loses the alternating security because there's a bad seam in here brought on by that. So that's the back layer of this wall. It's going to be a 3 thick wall, but the forward 2 layers are the sacrificial part. So lay it in like that. Okay, that entire part's like kind of bad. Right, so that's the outer layer, and now we're going to be layering it in. Actually, I did this slightly wrong on this part, but around here we're going to start to layer this thing so that it does the overhanging approach to, you know, keep things a bit safer. Though that said, we're going to have to be a bit creative when it comes to the corners. So that's why I'm just leaving them empty, at least for the moment. So that'll be like that. Now, the corners. I can put in a plug here, like this. See? And then I can put in stone supports, like that, to increase the coverage of what's actually being held up out here. But the corners are going to be a bit iffy. There's always going to be a little bit left over like that. So apply that. So that's going to help out, at least. That piece actually needs to be removed. But yeah, they're starting to lay it in, but the problem is now you can see there's so much going on. Like, actually these guys have just been chopping wood the entire time. We don't need that. Stop. We've got logs coming in, we've got stone being grabbed slowly but surely, but we're already like a minute from the next attack. So this is why we need to kind of up the defenses and get more crystals and stuff like that. There's too much to do. There's just too much to do. This castle's too busy. I need defenses over here, which is why I was starting to work on that actually. And why I'm actually going to lock this task again. Because I got distracted there, unfortunately, for a few moments. I don't mind admitting to it. I got distracted, so yeah, I got diverted off the task I wanted to do. It happens so often in this game. That's the problem. And the fact I get attacked every 10 minutes also doesn't help. I must emphasize that so much because it's so true. The fact I get attacked every 10 minutes is such a hassle. Because it takes me like 4 or 5 minutes to even deal with an attack wave at this point. Right, knights go out there. Mode. Okay, they are going to attack over here again. You know what? Let's split my archers this time because I've got to get my troops set back up. 4 archers that way, and I'm going to send 4 over here, in fact. Honestly, I think having stuff up here would help anyway, because it might make them want to try and get over there, but they can't, so they're going to have to... They'll try to follow... I think they might try to follow the fastest route, which is just like up the steps and around and through. So these guys up here might be a major distraction for them. I just really hope that it will be. Well, they're definitely throwing stone at them. Or trying to. Actually, this is shaping up quite nicely, actually. Then we've got these 4 over here, which I must reposition so that they actually start shooting properly. Oh, look at that! They're actually trying to run past. Okay. Yeah, I think that distraction might actually be working. Cool. Oh, they're trying to tunnel up through this wall here, of course, but a lot of them are just getting very confused and trying to do stuff down here. So yeah, that's completely refocused their attention, those 4 archers on top of there. So defensive crystals up there would be a very good idea, I think. So they're still attacking down here and over here, and it's like, we need some kind of extra defensive stuff down this way. Look at that, a troll's actually getting distracted. Interesting. Okay, right, you guys can start doing attack mode. Just deal with these distracted guys. You 4 actually get back to work. Don't need you anymore. Back up. Yeah, I think a defensive strong point up here is exactly what the doctor ordered. Also, why do I seem to be missing one? Oh, because I accidentally selected something. Alright, you guys back off. Back off. Come on, this way. And the troll got very confused again. But yeah, okay. So, the ideal defensive point is one that we would have up here, actually. Problem is I'm doing this in the middle of a fight with a troll, so, you know, it's like not the best idea to be slacking off. As you can hear, there is some kind of battle going on over there. Hopefully he's not fighting back for it. No, he's so distracted he's not fighting back. Huh. Okay, sure, I'll accept it. I mean, it's very weird, but I'll accept it. Sure. And because of, you know, good building practices, gotta be careful with this. Good building practices. This is terrible building practice, actually. And that sounded like a troll dying. Excellent. Huzzah, jolly good show, chaps. And that's the all clear. Alright, back to work, please. Wow, that is actually the easiest wave I think I've had in a while, though it still took some time to do. In fact, it's so easy, I even got distracted and went back and started working on building something rather than pay attention to it. It's so much better if the troll's not actually able to attack you, you know? It's just so much better. There's nothing else to do there. Okay, that will apply all that. Right. Is everyone's okay? And we've also got an extra person alive as well. Excellent. And because we got the quarry running, we've actually got lots of stone going on, so that's also helping. The repair did not include that, so we've actually got a little bit of a plug job required down here. There we go, just tell them to do that as well. And we've got 8 people working on this build task. Excellent. Maybe we'll even get this kind of defensive point up and working before the next attack. Probably not. Because one thing it really needs is to have a relay to get power out to it. So let's put one there, I suppose. Then that will be able to feed around to over here. I'll just rig it up like that. So another pylon ward is required. Then we need a pylon ward which will sit proudly and prominently in here. Let's put it on a pedestal, actually. So, yeah, a pylon ward here, and then that will feed sentry wards in this area. So hopefully we can get all that set up, but the problem is now we need 3 pylon wards. I don't think I can afford that. What I've got, 59 brimstone. These cost 10 each. Never mind, I can afford that. Alright. I'm used to building sentinel walls, which were 40, so I thought, a pylon wall's going to be 20. Nope, it's 10. Sure. Okay. As you do. Right, let's see. There was something else, which... So, I mean, Raz actually apologised for sending things like a list of demands kind of thing. Which is... thank you for that, Raz. I appreciate that. I also understand that sometimes it's just easy to list things out, so, you know, let's get a block in there as well. Right. So that was a note apology. So apology accepted. That's now official. Right. Point F. Pylon ward for the new turret crystal section near the cliff/corruptron tunneling area is rather exposed. Maybe move it back behind the large block instead of on top of it. Would shield it from range attacks a good bit better. Well, I've already torn that section down. So Raz was actually talking about this particular ward over here. And you're right, it is a little bit exposed, actually. Problem is, it's now a relay acting to this, so I think it'll be okay there. It's not... Pylon walls by themselves don't tend to attract that much attention. It just takes a little bit of doing, so yeah. Come on, guys, keep going. You got 3 minutes. Chop, chop, do it. Okay. And then G, maybe enlarge that build task for reinforcing the cliff. It's still off. Enlarge that build task for reinforcing the cliff. Enlarge it? Well, I'm now aware that this section needs a reinforcements as well, so I'm guessing this is what Raz was talking about, like this part here that's still off. But yeah, I neglected to reinforce this section though. That is very much a given. And I think I'll... Well, the problem is if I reinforce this too much, then it'll block firing arcs. So I think maybe just a double layer of stone here to help reinforce the entire section. Or maybe like this. No, that leaves a prominent corner which is kind of hidden. This is not an easy section to reinforce, actually. I guess like that. Apply that. Actually, did I just unlock that by accident? No, I didn't. Okay, that's still locked. Good. Right, so that will help reinforce that section of the cliff as well. We've only got a minute left. This section is... Oh, they're just laying in the crystals now. Okay, good. We can actually get this section up and firing then. There we go. So come on, bring those 4 sentinel wars that we've got in storage that we actually managed to salvage from the previous section and get them laid in over here. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. So come on, mush. Move! That repair task is one to be selectively enabled and disabled. Apparently I could still enlarge it at least a little bit. I actually want to move you. Yeah, move you there. So that covers that entire section of wall. It's probably going to be needed, that one. 35 seconds. Come on, get those crystals in place. Crack the whip. Move! Just do it. Do it. Right, we've got 2. Good. We're going to get another 2 coming in very shortly, which will make it 4. And, yep, here come the other 2 right now. And then I'm going to have to do an alarm call after that. Also, these tree stumps need to be removed as well. Manual clearing of the tree stumps. Click, 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 click. Oops. No. Yes. No. Oh, they're here already. Oh, hell. Right, yeah, definitely 10 minutes between waves. It doesn't feel like enough, though. Okay, I've got 3 knights. That should be enough. I've got my archer complement, which I'll actually stash over here as well. I'm going to have to align them on the cliff. These guys don't actually need archer supports because they've got so many crystal wards around here. But yeah, look, we've got these 4 now, just firing down and helping in this section. They are trying to attack that and failing to hit it though. Yep, now they're after the archers. Line up properly. Come on, keep shooting. Fire, fire, fire! Oh, yeah, there's not enough fire. Oh, hello. How did you get up here? How did you get through? I mean, I was correct in my guess that they would run past. And it's because that 4th knight didn't appear, isn't it? Yeah, they're trying to get past. Yeah, this is definitely helping to slow them down and distract them all. And I was correct that they would love to try and get their hands on these crystals because these crystals are the first thing engaging them. They're just trying to find ways to punch through at this point. On that because there's not much left actually. This is actually more effective as well. Except for the fact that sometimes they just run past. Like that. Okay, alright, back to work. Except for the melee guys, who actually need to deal with that one. We still need some kind of active protection around here. But that is a great success, actually. Having that defensive point up here to help shell all of the nasty things. So that's great. I need more of that. Oh, and I just got an achievement. Hold the fort. Survive wave 30 on this. So okay, that was wave 30 apparently. Yeah, I've survived 30 waves. Cool. They are definitely getting harder. Let's see. Actually, there's no comment left from that needs answering. That was the last part of the comment about reinforcing the cliff section. Let's see. Let's get all that fixed up. We've got 7 minutes, so that was actually easier as well. So I think taking advantage of this massive chasm in the terrain is a very good idea. Let's set you to priority 1 actually. Because I want to reinforce this section. The problem is I need brimstone to reinforce it because I need more of these guys. I just need more defensive things, more sentry wards to help fire down on the unbelievers and infidels. Right, so how am I going to do this? The problem is the cliff edge is very rough, so I need to do something about that too. Apply all that, so there we go. As you can see, I'm now digging holes. Because, of course, to support a stone structure, I have to at least base it on stone. So that's why I'm doing this. So then I can put a stone assembly on top of here. What I want is like gaps of 2, though. Come on, guys. Come on. You can do this. You can do this. Come on. Well, I'm having to dig this down very carefully, like manual style. Right, so 1, 2, blink, 1, 2, blink, 1, 2, blink. I guess as far as this one. So that means I need to dig down to fully support it as far as here. So you can see why it's a slight issue, can't you? Yeah, because I'm having to tunnel around behind it as well, which this is just manual and very, very slow. On the bright side, though, when we get this done, I'll be able to lay it in, then they'll fill it out straight away from the top of it. So that will help. But I've got to do this manually. Oh, it's such a pain. On the bright, but this will allow me to add multiple banks of defensive crystals, just firing glorious rains of destruction down into that general direction. So that's going to help out immensely. That's the one I need to kill. The reason I've got to do this as well is just to make sure that they can actually still get down and up out of this bit, so they can climb all the way up along it as it goes. Oh, they're just dropping precious brimstone crystals all into the void now. Because, of course, they're not wandering back to try and take this stuff back home either. So it's like, just digging a hole in my name. Dig a massive hole, please. Dig a hole, dig a hole. Nope, and one kind of glitched out, falling. Come on, guys. You can do this. Get it done. Chop, chop. They can get past on here at least, so that'll work. They'll be able to deal with all of this eventually. But I'm afraid that is also going to have to be a project for next time. So apply all of that. They'll work on that. But we've still got another 3 minutes. But the problem is we're just hitting 30 minutes now on this video. So this video is due to end. Sorry to say that, but it is true. This video is due to end. Also, we're finding some random brimstone around the place. That's good. I can queue up a couple more crystals. Like, I'm going to need another pylon ward, I think. So I need some of that. They've ditched a load of planks around the place because I'm not using it. Ooh, dear. But yeah, let's lock that again. But still, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and we're continuing to try and get a grip on the menace of the corruptrons. And I'll see you all some other time. Yes, indeed. Apologies for the slightly distracted nature of this particular one. It's a bit of an odd one, to say the least. Like I need to tear out those ones now. As you can see, I'm just like carving this intricate little path down the side of the cliff so they can get to and fro. Oh, what a mess. On the bright side, filling this thing back in with stone will be so much easier. But yeah, see you all later. Yes, punch the stone. Oh, okay, that's the last one I need to take out, actually. There we go. Right. This is turning into as much of a fortress as over here, actually.